YouTube. It is September 15th. I made it to camp finally. Everything looks normal. Nothing looks messed up. Hopefully it'll be cold enough sometime in October to use that. It's a little warm last year. Just got some new stairs in this year. I put them in, I think, 3 weeks ago. The other ones definitely needed to get replaced. I'm just coming up for the day, mainly to, I gotta split some wood, and I'll shoot the bow a little bit. I got our little range here. It's a nice deer target. I don't think I've ever done like an outside overview of the camp. This is pretty much our shed for tools and stuff. It needs work. They were planning on fixing it this year, the other landowners. I'm not a landowner, but my father is, so I guess I kind of just act on his land ownership when I'm up here. But they haven't figured out what they're doing with that yet. And it's a good old outhouse. It's a 2-seater. And then there's also another landowner thing. They got it's an old fire pit that we usually cook out of. But the bricks started, you know, it was over 20 years old, so it was going to happen eventually. It collapsed when no one was up here, but they got new brick for it, so I don't know when they're going to get that guy up here to fix it. Roof needs a little work, but it's good for now. There's the truck. Try not to get my license plate in here because I don't know how to blur things out on the phone. So we're working on propane. It's kind of a bar style setup, you know, 2 tables, bar stools, and you got those 2 bunks that I got new mattresses for this year, and then we're gonna get a new mattress for that one eventually. And then there's 4 bunks in there, and then 4 bunks in that room, and then 16 bunks back there, but only like 9 of the ones back there get used, but not even that much anymore, because no one really comes up. And there's no really indoor plumbing. It's just a pipe that goes down under the cabin and then shoots out to the road we just came up, and it just drains down that way. Like I said, everything's propane. We don't use an oven. I mean, there was an oven on it, but we don't use it. Got the big old iron slab here. Works real nice. Percolators. It's a nice small place. I like it. Love coming up here. Deck needs a little bit more work. Plywood needs to be replaced. As you can see, it sags a little bit from the gap, but it's not going to move anymore. That's as far as it's gone. We might just leave it that way, so you know the rain kind of just gradually goes, because it's not really. I mean, it's pitched here, but over there it's not as pitched, so it's nice to have a gradual slope down this way. And you got the nice pond. We have some grass carp in there. I think they're silver bass or something. I can't remember exactly what kind of fish it was. I'm not a huge fisherman, even though I like fishing. I'm just not like huge on it. I don't do it all the time. It's a nice view though. Brought the lawnmower up. I'm gonna just cut the grass out in front here. And then the main video, obviously the video is gonna be about checking the trail cameras, see what we got on them. It's been 2 weeks and a day since the last time I checked them. I wanted to wait another weekend, but I had a chance to pick that up. Must have fell. Had a chance to get up here this weekend. We had other plans, but plans changed and everyone decided to do something different. So I decided to come up to camp while it was nice out. I mean, it's beautiful right now. It's supposed to get a little warm, but it'll be all right. There's the buck pole. I don't know if I've ever showed that on camera or not. Don't mind the scarecrows. They're just, I don't know, we just put them there for fun. But we just put this one up. It's been in the same place, but we put a new log up, I think 2 years ago. It's ironwood. At least I think it's ironwood. We're not sure. Real sturdy stuff. You got horseshoe pits. So, turn you back on when we get to the first camera. Here, I'm gonna check my first camera. I got about, I think it's 6 cameras out. And this is the one closest to the cabin that I get a lot of pictures on. This is where I'm most likely gonna be hunting most of the season. I mean, I'll change it up here and there, but oh boy, sorry about the camera. I'm just using my phone. I don't know if they're gonna be scraping yet down here or not. Probably not, but I'm gonna check this one and I'll show you if there's anything on it. There wasn't really anything on that camera, only a few pictures of some doe. But I decided to set up some posts this year, and I'm gonna do a horizontal buck rub just to try it out, see if the deer like it down here or not. Obviously, got a good spot, you know, a good shot right there. They're in this little 3-way corner or 3-way trail here. But, I'm gonna keep walking that way. It's along the edge of our neighbor's cabin and our cabin, and I'm gonna walk through there, cut up to one of my other tree stands, and I gotta put a couple easy hangers on there, and then move over to one of my uncle's spots and check that camera there. Alright, made it to my second stand spot. I do not have a camera on this spot, but it's on a pine tree, just like my other one. I set this one back in August, early August. It might even been late July, I'm not sure. It's kind of a logging road. I did videotape this one, but for some reason the file's corrupted on the camera, so I never posted anything about it. It's on a kind of a very slow sloping ridge. It gradually just goes up like this, and it goes the whole way that way until you hit my cabin, and it goes that way, and then it goes up, and then a big plateau that's probably like close to a mile maybe away. And then off in that direction, probably almost 2 miles, is some big agricultural fields. And down here is where my neighbor's camp is, where he's got some of his food plots. I'm not sure what he planted. I looked, but looks like maybe turnips or something. I'm not sure, but yep. Figure I just set this one. Said I got a few stand spots. Just, you know, I just set them for different winds, just in case, and they're all somewhat close to the cabin. But this one was a pretty nice, easy setup. I didn't have to cut too much down. But I'll get up in a tree and I'll show you what it looks like from there. Okay, here's the view. Got a couple shots here and there. Once the leaves are gone, this is not an early season spot. I will not be hunting this probably most of October. But there's a few shots in here once all the leaves fall. I might hunt this more in shotgun season than anything, but it's a decent spot. Trying to think what would be a good wind on this one. It's not really a good wind. Like I said, it was kind of a miscellaneous. Just I have 2 main spots with 2 main winds that I hunt, and then the rest of the stands are all just going to be miscellaneous. You know, I can hunt this stand. I mean, the best one would probably be a southeast wind, you know, coming right towards me because of the trail right here. If they're, you know, usually taking that trail or whatever. But this spot won't be hunted too much this year. Just more or less for shits and giggles. Like I said, I'd rather hunt it in shotgun because I didn't realize how small the tree is and you move. A lot of the tree moves. I mean, not a lot, but it still moves quite a bit. But I got 3 more cameras to check, and I'm gonna move one of them down in the big ravine and show you what I got down there. All right, the second camera spot is just an opening connecting a couple trails. Wouldn't you know it, I'm pretty sure I just found my first scrape. Fresh one. It wasn't here 2 weeks ago. I'm almost dead positive it's a scrape. There's an overhanging branch. It looks like antler prints. Just the way it's all scraped up to the tree. Yeah, you know, I don't know. I'm pretty positive there's nothing living down there, so it looks like a scrape to me. But of course, I couldn't have the camera set up looking this way. I could have caught that on camera. But hopefully whatever it was came through here. So we'll check it and I'll turn you back on because I have the portable card reader and we'll see what's on here. That camera was on video. Forgot I set it on video, so that's even better. I think it was on 0 photos when I put it out, or 0 videos. It has 79. Here goes a walnut, or I mean acorn. And so yeah, I can't check that one until I get back to the camp with the laptop. So I just switched out the SD card, and now I'm gonna go on to my grandpa's spot down in a gully. Kind of a gully, I guess you can call it a gully. He's on the edge of the gully before you go all the way down. I've showed his spot before. I got his camera set up just overlooking where he usually gets them coming through. So we're gonna go down there and check that one, and then even go further down the gully. And like I said, we're gonna check that big ravine down there where my uncle shot a nice 140-inch 8-point last year. So turn on when we're down there. I checked that other camera that was way up that way. I didn't get anything on it. Here's my uncle's stand. He's BK Outdoor Adventures. See a lot of trail cam videos like I do, but he did shoot a close to 140-inch 8-point out of the stand last year on a rainy, misty day morning. I think it was like November 7th or 8th. Not sure on the date, but the deer was standing over that way and ran about, I don't know, maybe 70 yards and dropped. It was a good shot. Nice buck. This is way down below. This is a good hike from the cabin to get down here, and a really good hike to get a deer out of here. Even with a 4-wheeler, it's a hike just because of the terrain and that there's no really cut 4-wheeler trails down in here. It's a nice spot though. It's really wide open in the fall when all the leaves are gone. And if you're down here during the rut, I mean, anything could happen. But I'm going to set up a camera further down that way where I had one last year that I got a decent amount of bucks on. So, and I probably want a little bit further just to get further down the trail. There's a few other good spots down there that I might move the tree stand to. I'm not sure yet. But good area. Very remote. Not a lot of people hunt down here. So I'll turn you back on when I set up the camera. I don't know how well you can see it in the camera, but you can tell it's like back when they logged it, they stepped down the trails. So there's one, and I'm on one here, and it steps down again, and it steps down one more time, and another time, and it goes all the way down there. I have a stand over here. that I'm going to show you in a minute. It's very wide open though. You can see quite a ways. Here's my other stand. Still on one of these logging trails. You can see there's a lot of trails in here. There's a lot of logging trails. A lot of rubs down here during the rut. During the whole season in general, there's just rubs everywhere. You can see some of the old ones all on these pine trees. I love rubbing on the pine trees down here. But I had a camera set up here last year facing this way, and there was a scrape. It looks like the tree died. There was a scrape right here. It might come back because there's a branch there, but that'd be a good thing for a scrape this year. It's a good spot. I think I might be moving it further, a lot deeper in, closer to a bigger hidden field. It's a really huge field, and I think it'd be a really good rut spot, and you could see quite a bit. And the deer aren't really disturbed down here, so when you're down here, it's usually quite active. But it's hunting. It's not always active, but it's active enough. I've seen deer every time I hunt down here, so it's a good sign. I'm gonna probably set up a camera either there or in one of these, and then I'm gonna move further down and scout out for a new spot.